Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. Seeing some partly sunny conditions out there this morning with mainly some high clouds around. Seeing those temperatures climb into the 50s and still seeing a slight breeze. Expecting some mild temperatures as we move through today and tomorrow. And we'll see those winds on the increase becoming breezy and a even windier day for our day on Wednesday. And a couple rounds of rain chances that will be moving through the area over the next 2 days. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we have a somewhat tight pressure gradient that's built up over the eastern part of the country that's going to help enhance those winds over the next 24 to 48 hours. As we have this deepening area of low pressure over the Midwest, that's going to be tracking east-northeast as we move over the coming days, and it's going to bring plenty of warm air and moisture through the area starting today, and that's going to bring those rain chances, and then we'll see a cold front moving through with that area of low pressure as it moves further east, and that brings our chance of showers as we move later in the day on Wednesday and into Wednesday evening. If we look at the upper level winds from this morning sounding, we have some southwesterly winds near the surface and seeing our peak wind at 1,000 feet of 37 knots. Otherwise, staying southwesterly as we move through the mid-levels, becoming more westerly in the upper levels, and staying between 20 and 30 knots as we go through the entire column today. Seeing our freezing level at 8,100 feet. If we look at the current visible satellite, we can see mainly just high clouds over the local region, and off to the west, lots more cloud cover that will be moving through into the area later today and into the overnight. If we look at the high resolution model here, see how things play out over the next couple of days. Again, expecting those clouds to be on the increase today and those winds to be on the increase as well, but we'll see dry conditions through the work hours, and then as we get past the 1600 local time frame, that's when we'll see our first chance of some isolated scattered rain showers, light to moderate rain showers moving through the area as we go through the later afternoon and into the evening time frame. Very slight chance we see any lightning embedded within this, about a 10% chance or less. So overall, just a rain threat with some elevated winds moving through the area. Good chance of seeing a wind advisory as we move through the day and continuing into the evening time frame. As we get past the midnight time frame or the 2 a.m. time frame, we should start to see most of the activity ending, but we will continue to see some lingering light rain showers in the region, so can't rule out a light shower or sprinkle continue through the morning on Wednesday, and that continues into the start of the day, the work hours on Wednesday. But we should see another break in the rain activity as we move through the middle portion of the day, and as you start to see this cold front comes together with showers out ahead of it moving through for the later afternoon and into the evening hours on Wednesday. So this will be more widespread rain, more moderate to heavier rain moving through with this activity, and another very slight chance of seeing some lightning embedded within this as well. As we go overnight into Thursday morning past the midnight time frame, we should see that front push through the area. We'll continue to see windy to breezy conditions behind the front with cooler air and drier air moving into the area to start the day on Thursday, back to more mostly sunny conditions and more seasonable temperatures. Looking at the longer term model here, we continue with those slightly breezy conditions through the day on Thursday, and we start to see those winds weakening as we go into the day on Friday with high pressure building in over the area. Things nice and seasonable for the day on Friday. As we go into Friday evening, we continue to see models hinting at a wave of low pressure moving up over the southeast part of the country, and that's going to be lifting into the area as we go into the day on Friday. Some disagreement with the modeling as we go into the weekend, so lower confidence than usual with this. The GFS here has the rain chances increasing as we go late Friday evening into early Sunday morning, and then we see that continuing into the first part of Saturday and starting to wrap up as we get towards the end of Saturday. Other models showing that rain arriving a little later and lasting longer into the evening on Saturday. But overall, as we go into Sunday, things looking mainly dry, but still some modeling showing the chance of some precip lingering around into Sunday as well, so low chance of that happening. So still some low confidence in the weekend forecast here, but expecting that to improve as we get closer to the weekend. And then going into the start of next week, things are looking mainly dry at this time. So if we look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, we do have that orange risk for winds that are above 25 knots starting off this morning, as we do expect those winds to climb out of the south-southwest 10 to 15 knots, gusting up to 25 knots. As we go through most of the working hours today, maybe more of a southerly shift as we get later in the afternoon, but we'll see a very nice and warm day today with a high around 61 degrees. And then as we get into the evening, we'll continue to see those clouds on the increase, becoming overcast, and we'll pick up our first chance of precip as we pass the 1600 local time frame, with the chance of those showers and only about 10% chance or less of maybe seeing lightning in the area. It looks like a very slight chance at this time. So we pick up that orange risk of precip as we go through the evening and through the overnight time frame. We also increase to a red risk for those winds, likely seeing those winds elevate with those peak gusts up to around 28 knots as we go through the evening time frame. Going into the morning time frame, we pick up we keep that yellow risk for those reduced ceilings and visibilities with those shower activities, but going into the morning, we start to see those chances reduced as we get into the start of the day on Wednesday, with just some lingering isolated showers around. If we look at the Wednesday forecast, we'll see a cloudy day on Wednesday. We'll have that chance of some light rain showers early, and then that rain becomes likely later in the afternoon into the evening out ahead of that cold front as it moves through, and that's when we'll see a chance for some heavier rain showers with a very slight chance of thunderstorms moving through. But overall, another windy day for Wednesday with even stronger winds than what we see today, with those wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour, and a warmer day as well with a high around 65 degrees. We'll see an orange risk for those precip chances and red for those winds at or above 25 knots. That wind risk continues as we go into Wednesday evening, and up to a red risk for precip and orange risk for reduced ceilings and visibilities, as that's when the bulk of the activity will be moving through. So mild and windy conditions with those rain showers. Again, most of the activity will be before midnight, and that's when we'll have the chance for some of those heavier showers moving through as well. And then wind gusts continue to be up to 40 miles per hour, and then as we get past midnight, we'll see that rain ending with those clouds breaking and continued breezy conditions, but more cooler air moving through with a low around 33 degrees. And then as we go into Thursday, overall looking mostly quiet and more seasonable, with mostly sunny and cooler conditions, a high around 45 degrees, but we'll continue to see some breezy conditions with the wind slowly decreasing through today, so keeping a yellow risk for those winds at or above 25 knots. Looking at the extended forecast, we end the week with seasonable and quiet conditions, partly to mostly cloudy, a high of 50 degrees for our Friday. Pick up that chance of rain as we go into the weekend. Right now, looking like a good chance we'll see rain sometime during the day on Saturday. The timing will be easier to narrow down as we get closer to the weekend, but more mild temperatures return for the weekend, with a high around 58 for Saturday and 57 for Sunday. Our lows in the low to mid 40s, and that continues as we go into Monday with a high around 56 degrees, but looking dry for our Monday, and keeping that low chance of precip for Sunday as well, until we get some better agreement with some of the modeling here. But that's the extended forecast here. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Enjoy the rest of your day.